Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Nudd McKucky with your Nudd McKucky News. But today we have a special show for you. Today we're going to share with you something that's very dear to me. Yes, we're going to share with you a biology. A biology of a man, well, you decide if he is a man, by the name of Little Chad. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very true story, and we have photographs to back up every last syllable. You're going to enjoy yourself, I know you will, because all of the information has been verified through his family, his friends, and his business colleagues. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put on your electronic seat belts and prepare to enjoy such an entertaining ride. So let's go ahead and start. You see, little Chad was born, of course, a little bitty baby. And, as you can tell, he's not very happy right now. Because, you see, his pacifier was taken away from him. And he's sitting there playing with his feet, wondering when he's going to get that little bitty pacifier to stick back in his mouth. Because we have to admit, ladies and gentlemen, anybody that knows little Chad always knows that this guy's the biggest baby on the interwebs. But you see, what happened was, little Chad, he wanted to learn how to ride a bicycle. So he had to start out slow. He started out with a tricycle. Oh, I tell you what, he wanted some sort of affirmation from his mommy and daddy, as his posture was sitting up really straight on that tricycle. And his cute little brown shoes, his little bitty shirt, little bitty hands, and little bitty head. Oh, I tell you what, he really knew how to ride that tricycle. He rode it up the hill, down the hill, in the gully. Oh, he was a real professional when it came to that tricycle. And even today, he can ride a tricycle like a real pro. But you see, little Chad grew up, and he went to high school. Yes, you see, little Chad, you know what? He was picked on a little bit. I mean, look at him. He has that kind of like a gullible look, because let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking at one of the most gullible people in the entire world, I'll have you know. But you see, something about little Chad there. Little Chad had to get off his fat ass and go to work. Yes, he did, ladies and gentlemen, and he wasn't really happy about it either. Oh no, so he got his happy ass off to Utah, in which he started the business. The business of emptying the garbage. That's right, for the Amish. But you see, oh, little Chad there, he wanted to be Amish himself, so he grew a really thick beard, let me tell you. Oh my goodness, this beard was so thick, you know, the kind of thickness where if you're going down on a lady, you need a safari hat? Yeah, that kind of thickness, let me tell you. Alright? But you see, the problem is with little Chad here, he was constipated most of the time, oh yeah. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this man was so constipated he couldn't get one out, he couldn't squeeze one out, no he couldn't. All of his friends tried to help him, yes they did, ladies and gentlemen, they tried to help him so much by giving him all kinds of laxatives and such. Oh no, that didn't help him, so he was really pissed off all of his life, so he decided to put an ad on Craigslist for a men-seeking man. He was looking for a biter, and he certainly found one. Yes, Mr. Nibley there was nibbling on his ears and nibbling on his, well, we can't really show that right here. Right now, even though the video tapes have been, oh, let's say, looked at and such, it's a little bit too graphic for what you want to see. But you see, little Chad there, he was really happy. With Mr. Nibley, he sure was. I tell you what, these two people were inseparable. And you see, little Chad, he had his hair, you know, going all which way or another, and I tell you what, he really liked his hairdo. But you see, as little Chad decided he was going to move off to another state and go back to Washington State, see? Well, he decided that he was going to get a job as a cook. But you see, the house that he has there, that he acquired, or that he stole, or whoever knows what happened to it, his decor is just, it's out of this world, ladies and gentlemen. It kind of looks like the 1970s. Now you see, little Chad there, he was a cook at a very prominent restaurant called Burger King. Yes, he was. Now I want you to examine the photograph on the, let's see, it would be on his right-hand side there. And behind him is a lamp that he stole out of Motel 6, let me tell you. Now that couch he got at a garage sale that was just down the street. And the picture that is sporting there, of course, was purchased at a thrift store. Now, you see, little Chad there, he'd been working as a chef at Burger King for some time. He was pretty proud of himself. And it kind of looks like he's been kissing on a chainsaw. Not really sure. I mean, look at those teeth. He could be like Jaws. Now, listen here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm really not trying to be crass or any such way. But let me tell you something. If I was going to decorate that room there, well, I mean, look at it. I would put an Agent 19 mural on the I'd put a Agent 19 mural in that picture frame there and spruce it up so the colors actually match the couch. That lamp I would cover with my beautiful long hair because Nudd McKucky does have beautiful long hair, you have to admit. But going back to, of course, the person we're doing this biology about, oh, yes, little Chad there, he discovered the internet. He did. And he felt very comfortable. This little person that he is, little mind, little body, everything about him is little, as we all know. Well, you see, he had a problem. I had a problem with a couple of people there, so he had to make a call into Nudd McKucky. He sure did. He tried to contact Nudd McKucky any which way he could, because he needed assistance. He needed help. Why did he need help? Well, I'll tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You see, little Chad, he went to jail several times, and why is that? Well, you know, the reasons why that is, I can't really go into it at this time, you know. But I tell you what, he really liked being in jail. Matter of fact, little Chad there, he was on the bottom bunk, if you get what I mean. In other words, he learned how to be a real bitch. Oh boy, he really enjoyed that. Not to mention in his past where he met his good pal, Mr. Nibbler. I tell you what, this is something else, ladies and gentlemen. Because I tell you what, little Chad, he really knows his place. And not only because he's a chef at Burger King, even to this day. He does some of his best work on his knees. He sure does. Boy, I tell you something else. But there is one last thing I want to tell you about little Chad there. When he gets ready for bed, even to this day, this photograph was obtained by a secret drone peering through his window. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, little Chad wears pink pajamas. I mean, I don't mean to say it like that, but these are absolute facts. As you can tell, this is an actual photograph of little Chad as he's getting ready to hop under the covers and sleep by himself. Yes, indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you enjoyed this biography of little Chad. I'm Nudd McKucky, and until next time, later.